Guys, this story time's about to get Yo, this is about to be crazy. Yeah. Hey YouTube, it's Alana, aka Krista Kisses, and I'm here with another freaking video. As you guys can see by the title of this video, yes, I am doing a story time on this channel. For those people who don't know me and only know me off social media and everything, I am a pretty wild person. People who know me already know your girl be wildin'. Okay, so on my Instagram, I had posted this poll and I asked you guys, I was all like, okay, I'm doing a story time or whatever. So y'all pick what type of story like y'all would like to hear. So it was between the story of me running away, you know, the 20-year-old, and then most of you guys, of course, picked the 20-year-old. So I'm just like, I should have known. As you guys can see by the title of this video, this is the story time of me. Of course, for this story time, I am not going to be using the guy's name, of course, because, you know, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to be having a code name for him and everything, and also for my best friend, because she's in this story too, and I don't want her, I don't know, I just don't want to expose her and stuff like that. Alright, let me just get straight into the video. The code name that we're going to use for the guy, we're going to name him Mufasa. My best friend, her code name is going to be called Nala of Lion King. Nala and Mufasa. Me and my best friend Nala have been best friends since childhood or whatever, and that's really been my bitch. I live in Florida and my best friend lives in Georgia, because I used to live in Georgia when I was younger and all that, but I recently moved to Florida when I was freshman year basically. My family was like having like a birthday party for my little sister, so we wanted to have the party in Georgia because we had most of our family and friends there. So we decided to go there and all that. So I told her that, you know, I was gonna go and everything, and she was all like, oh, that's cool, you know, me and you, we get to hang out and stuff, and I was all like, yes, bitch. When I got there, I was with her, and you know, I spent the night with her and all that, and we was just hanging out. Around this time, I currently had got out of a bad relationship with, you know, my ex-boyfriend and all that, and that'll be another story time. You know, I was there and I was enjoying myself when I was with Nala, but I was kind of still mad about, you know, my relationship and how things went and everything. And so I told her, you know, about the situation with me and my ex and everything, and she was all like, well, you know, Alana, you're here, we're enjoying and everything, so why don't we go somewhere so we can like have fun and all that, so you can get your mind off him basically. So I was like, okay, well, you know, that'd be cool. So we try to think of like places where we all used to link up when we were younger, because, okay, so in Georgia, there's not as much stuff to do compared to Florida. So we were thinking of maybe the movies, but it's kind of basic. We're all younger, like when we was all in the 6th grade, 7th grade, everybody used to go to the skating rink called Rump and Roll, and that used to be the shit. I'll be having our little twerk competitions between these girls and stuff like that. Bro, that's a different whole story time. She was just like, oh, you know, why don't we just go to, you know, Rump and Roll and stuff like that. And then I was all like, oh yeah, back in the good old days, shit, let's do this. While we were going, we was gonna actually go link up with one of our other close friends. And my other close friend, I'm gonna call her Apple. So yeah, it was Nala, me, and Apple. So when me and Nala, we decided to, you know, go to the Rump and Roll back in the good old days so we can enjoy it. It was like the skating place where, you know, we'll all skate. And so us going there as in older people and all that, it was just kind of like, we're around little kids and stuff, so it's kind of like, It was me, Nala, Apples, we're over here all skating and stuff. And as we're skating, This is when I met Mufasa. And I noticed that Apples had a friend who went to Rump and Roll that same night. My friend Apples' friend was friends with Mufasa. They were in a corner, you know, talking, but I noticed Mufasa kept, you know, staring at me and stuff, you know, licking his lips, like, you know. Don't get me wrong, y'all, Mufasa was pretty cute. I was like, whatever, like, this cute dark skin, and he had like dreads and everything, and you know, me and Nala were skating around, and then Apples was all like, oh, you know, guys, I'll be right back. I see my friend over there, so I'm gonna say hey and stuff. So we were like, oh, okay, you know. So me and Nala were skating, and we see Apples talking to her friend, and then we noticed Mufasa was like, you know, just watching, and I saw him whispering to Apples' friend, and was all like, you know when a guy's trying to talk to you, but you know they'll first tell them they homeboy like,
hey, you know, bro, she kind of cute, bro. Like, look, shoot my shot.
That's what he was basically doing, obviously. Then he told my friend Apples, you know, like, oh, your friend cute, you know, like, can you put me on and stuff like that. So then Apples came and she skated up to us and she was all like, oh, you know, Lana, my friend has like a friend and he wants to, you know, get with you and stuff. He thinks you're really pretty and stuff. And then I was just like, oh, you know, I don't know. At that moment, like, I was looking at Mufasa and I was like, oh, you know, she's cute and stuff. But I still can't get over my ex. I was still like pretty mad about it and stuff. So I didn't really want to, you know, hop so fast to somebody else, you know. She was like, oh, you know, thinks you're cute and stuff. So, you know, why don't you talk to him and stuff? And I was like, nah, cause you know, my ex, you know, just saying all this and that to her. So then my friend Nala pulls me over and she's all like, oh, Lana, you know, you should just try to get with him. Like, this is like your last night being here in Georgia. It's not like y'all gonna be official and stuff. Just enjoy, like, you know, like, just enjoy, you know, being single. Like, so I was just like, I was so heartbroken, y'all. So she really had to convince me. So I was all like, oh, okay, like, fine, I'm gonna do it. Apples, you can bring his friend and Mufasa can both come over here and, you know, talk to us or whatever. She wants to get them. And me and Nala, we were then sitting on a bench, you know, just sitting there chilling. And I was resting my feet, cause y'all know when y'all be skating for so long, your feet just be cramping. Like, I don't know about you, but every time when I skate, I always get a cramp in my foot. A nigga's foot be hurting. And Mufasa and his friend both came and, you know, they were sitting down on the bench. When they came, they sat down on the bench, but me and Nala were both standing up. So me and Nala are standing up while the boys were sitting on the bench. Like, when you first meet someone, you don't want to like sit so close to them and give them their little personal space or whatever. So Mufasa, he was just looking at me and he was just smiling. Like, really, like, smiling. He was like, you know, knowing me, like, when I first meet someone, I'm kind of pretty awkward. So I was just looking at him like, okay, so pretend like you guys are him, and this is me, looking at him like. That was basically me, like, doing that the whole time. Apples was like talking to her friend, and then it just came to a point where, you know, Apples was flirting with her friend, so I guess her friend was trying to spit game to Apples, and then they started flirting. And Nala's just sitting over here on her phone, basically five-wheeling. So while Apples and her friend was flirting and stuff, me and Mufasa was just sitting there, you know, like, awkward and stuff. Like, he was all like, why are you so far away? Like, why don't you come sit next to me? Like, you know, like, you look like you don't want to stand. Like, so I was just all like, oh, you know, I'm fine and stuff. But, like, I mean, I don't mind standing. He was like, no, just sit down so we can talk. And I was like, okay, like, and he was just all like, so, you know, what's your name and stuff? And I was like, Alana. And he was all like, oh, that's a pretty name. Well, my name is da-da-da-da-da. Mufasa, basically. He was like, you look really nice though and stuff. I was like, oh, thank you and stuff. Like, he was like, yeah, like, you look really, like, you're really pretty. and he just kept complimenting me and stuff. So I was like, oh dang, like, you know, like, oh dang. We was just talking and everything, and there was some points where it was kind of a little bit awkward, like, you know, he was just all like, oh, well, you know, he was all like, oh, do you know how to, like, you know, skate and stuff? Like, and I was all like, oh, you know, I skate. I mean, I do know how to skate, but I'm not, like, professional where I can skate backwards and, you know, do all them flips and tricks and stuff. So he was all like, oh, well, you know, I can do that. Here, look. And so he got up, guys. This man literally got up. And he literally just started, like, skating backwards, doing all these tricks and everything, and literally jumping over. I'm looking like... how the fuck? Like, you know when guys be trying to impress you? This nigga literally impressed my ass. I was just looking like, wow, like how do you know how to do that and stuff? He was just all like, oh, you know, I come here often, I just learned how to skate and stuff like that. And I was all like, oh, you know, that's cool and stuff. After that, my friend Nala came up to me. She was like, oh, you know, well, I'm about to go skate. My friend Apples came with the guy that she was, you know, talking to or whatever. She was all like, oh, you know, well, we're about to go skate together and stuff. So are you guys gonna go skate? And then I was just like, oh, well, you know, okay, I'm gonna go skate. Mufasa was all like, yeah, come on, let's skate together. And then I was just all like, okay. He like grabbed my hand and stuff, and then we was just going around and we was skating. Okay, guys, I was really not trying to fall on my ass, because literally every time when I would skate, there was always a point where I would just fall on my ass. Not trying to embarrass myself in front of this guy. So then I was really just trying to not do the most. I'm holding his hand and I'm just skating, like, you know. But I was still trying to look cute or whatever, so I was like, you know, skating. You know when people be skating and they be like, as we were skating together, this nigga literally just turns around. I'm like this, skating forward, and he was holding my hand, and then he literally just turns around and he starts skating backwards, holding my hand. So he's skating but like backwards, and I'm just looking at him, and I'm all like, you're gonna fall! Oh God, you're gonna fall! Like, I was really hoping and praying this nigga don't fall, because if he fall, I'm going down with him. He was like, no, don't worry, I got you. Like, I'm not gonna let you fall and stuff. So I was like, please, I just don't wanna fall. And then we started going really fast, y'all. Like, he literally started skating so fast, like backwards. And then we started going fast, and I was just sitting there like being dragged, basically, like, don't get me wrong, y'all. The guy, he was really nice. Like, he was so sweet and everything, and you know, he was really polite and stuff. So yeah, we was just skating around and, you know, bonding and stuff. It was coming out to the glow skate, and I was all like, oh yeah, the glow skate and stuff, we should all do it. We ended up doing the glow skate, and we were skating and everything, and he was doing his little tricks and stuff, and it was time, you know, to go, because the rump and roll was like closing down. My friend Nala was like, oh, you okay, Alana? Well, you know, my mom's outside, like, you know, let's go. And then my friend Apples was all like, yeah, let's go. So she said bye to her friend and hugged him. No, I think they ended up kissing. I don't know. I don't know. Me and Mufasa, I was like, oh, you know, well, bye, I gotta go and stuff. He was all like, dang, like, he was like, man, I want to see you again and stuff and all that. And I was just all like, because first of all, I don't even live there. Like, I live in Florida and you live all the way in Georgia. Like, this is just a one-time thing. You'll never hear from me ever again. After when I said bye to him, he gave me a hug, and he was just all like, can I get a kiss? Like, the way he acts. Like, so I was like, okay. So, you know, I gave him a pet kiss. And I did. Of course, we had exchanged phone numbers, and, you know, that was that for that night. Me and him, we were texting, you know, getting to know each other, you know, more and stuff. Like, he was really, guys, he was really, like, cool, really nice and stuff. And I was like, oh, you know, what's your Instagram and stuff? And he was all like, oh, this is my Instagram, what's yours and stuff. So after we exchanged Instagram, Snapchats and everything, I went on his page just to see like what he really looked like more and stuff. So me and Nala was like on our phones, and she was like asking what's the boy's Instagram, you know, because she wanted to see him more too and stuff, see if he's approval, like whatever. I gave her my phone. I was like, oh, you know, this is his Instagram. And so she was on the phone just scrolling and everything, and then she ended up seeing a certain picture that explained everything. And guys, when me and Mufasa was texting, we never asked each other, like, you know, how old are you? So I gave her the phone, and she was going through his Instagram, and she was all like, yo, Alana. And I was all like what? Like, she was all like look at this picture. So guys, with this picture on his Instagram, he was wearing a shirt, and it was like a graduation shirt, and it said graduated 2015. And I was like, 2015? And she was all like, Alana, that means that nigga is like 20. I was all like, bro, this nigga is 20? I'm talking to a 20-year-old? I kissed a 20-year-old? I skated, I danced, I did everything with a 20-year-old? Guys, keep in mind, at this time, I was only 15 and this nigga was 20. Oh, at that moment, I literally texted him, Mufasa, can I ask you something? He was like, yeah, sure. I was like, how old are you? He was all like, oh, I'm 20. Like, how old are you? I was like, you're not gonna believe this, but I'm only 15. He was all like, he put this emoji like, you're lying. What? I was all like, no, like, I'm really 15. He was all like, bro. I was just all like, yo, like, I was like, yo, like, we can't talk to each other. Like, you're too old for me. And he was like, oh, come on, it's only 5 years. I was like, nigga, 5 years? Like, so I just really just stopped talking to him after that, and then I just blocked his number, just blocked him off Instagram, I blocked him off Snapchat, I blocked him off everything. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and you already know your girl Krista Kisses is gonna be back with another video. Bye guys. Give me a Krista kiss.